Wow. Thank you so much. I know everyone is. Oh, I've got some feedback. You want it up? See, I was laid off a couple years ago from CBS, so now I'm going to have to relearn using these microphones. But hopefully I can sort it out by Monday, because that'll be my first day on air at WBBM Newsradio 105.9. Any listeners out there? Okay. So most of you probably know me from my time at Channel 2. I was with them for 14 years. Then CBS merged with Viacom, and unfortunately a bunch of us lost our jobs. But I'm happy to be back in Chicago and happy to be working with all of you again. So welcome to Opportunity International's 50th Anniversary Gala. And since as a journalist, truth and credibility are very important, I have to point out that Opportunity's CEO told me it's technically the 51st, but because of the pandemic, they're skipping last year and making this the 50th. So in the spirit of that, I think all of us get to forget last year and we get to go back to being a year younger. So for tonight, I'll be 47. You guys pick your ages. It is such an honor to be here tonight with all of you at the beautiful Museum of Science and Industry, celebrating 50 plus years of impact, innovation, and transformation. I am thrilled to be serving as your MC, and I was really honored when Opportunity's Chief Philanthropy Officer, Michael Chitwood, asked me to be a part of this event. Michael and I have known each other for many, many years. We met through another charity that he was helping years ago. And when he asked me to be a part of Opportunity, I'll be honest, I didn't know much about the organization. But since learning about what they do, oh, that's so sweet. Somebody's tapping the wine. See? You know, because I never like to shush people. But isn't it funny when you shush people? Yes, you know, it's like their mother. It's like the mothers in the room. If I knew your middle names, I'd call you all by your first and middle names. But I was very honored when he asked me, because some people don't know this, but my mother is from Vietnam. My father is from Cuba. And those countries see a lot of the same poverty the countries that Opportunity helps see on a daily basis. I have family members who don't have indoor plumbing. I have family members who don't have roofs on their house. My brother lives in the Philippines with his girlfriend and son. Some of you who are familiar with the Philippines know it got hit by the super typhoon in December. They didn't have electricity for 3 months. So just imagine that. We go nuts if we don't have cell phone service for 3 hours. And Opportunity really helps people in communities like this that really need every bit of help they can get. So it's really an honor to be here tonight. And really, this space that we're in is a reminder of what is possible when people come together to innovate, to dream, and to imagine. When people push those boundaries, challenge expectations, and really rethink the status quo. For 50 years, Opportunity International has been doing exactly that, standing on the forefront of what could be, believing in the potential of the clients and families they serve. Each of you in this room, each of you, she's taking a picture, so I forgot my phone. I should have taken a picture because since I'm starting on Monday, the bosses probably would have liked that. So remind me, I'll do like this, you guys all squeeze in, Facebook will see all your faces and tag you. But each of you in this room tonight, whether it's your first Opportunity event or you've been with us for 40 or 50 years, is part of that story. Speaking of which, raise your hand if this is your first Opportunity event. It's my first. Okay, so all of you who do not have your hand raised, look around at these hands that are up. Seek out these people and look around. If your hand's up and the person next to you isn't, talk to them about Opportunity and what they do. That's the best way to learn about an organization. Your commitment, your passion, your willingness to learn have helped power 5 decades of impact. And tonight, you get to celebrate all of that you've done and that we can still make possible together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our mission to transform the lives of those living in poverty. We are so grateful for you and so excited to enjoy this evening together. We're going to get started now with dinner, and I'll tell you, I MC a lot of these events. You guys are lucky they're going to feed you first, because sometimes they make you sit through me talking for a long time before they feed you. So Big round of applause for opportunity for doing that. So please enjoy the music from the beautiful Jennifer Thiel group while you dine, and I'll be back in a little bit to kick off our program. Thank you.
Welcome back to the stage, MARTINEZ.
He's so nice. I wish I could just take him everywhere. Oh, and now there's lights. So I hope everyone's enjoying dinner. I'm going to take a quick picture. Okay, wait, you blinked. No, I'm kidding. It's a good one. We'll do a selfie. And Facebook, like I said, you know, that technology, it will tag all of you. Be prepared tonight. So I hope you're enjoying dinner, and save some room because after dinner they're going to set up a dessert buffet that's inspired by Chicago's famous 1893 World's Fair. So make sure you save a little bit of room for that. Now, to kick off our evening, I am honored to invite Opportunity International's CEO, ATUL TANDON, to the stage. After a long and successful career in finance, ATUL dedicated... It's okay. You know, we all know we've been through a pandemic. This is the first time you guys are getting together in a while, so it's good that everyone's catching up. Thank you. But we want to bring ATUL up to the stage. As I was saying, after a long and successful career in finance, he has dedicated the past several decades to families living in poverty around the world. His innovative strategies, unwavering commitment, and personal experience give him a rare and important perspective on how we can impact families living in poverty. As CEO of Opportunity International, he leads the organization's work to build sustainable livelihoods, educate children, and break the cycle of poverty once and for all. Please join me in welcoming ATUL TANDON.
Thank you, Mike. I don't know if I have a voice for radio. I definitely don't have a face for television. But thank you so much, everybody, this evening for coming. Thank you for getting together. Before I do anything else, isn't it great to be together again? So give yourselves a big hand. Give yourselves a big hand. It really is. For all of our guests and the guests of our guests, welcome. This evening, in many ways, has been, I'm going to knock off a year for the sake of our 50th celebration, 50th anniversary. This evening has been 50 years in the making. More specifically, this evening has been a year and a half in the making. We planned this 3 times, 2 cancellations, and 3rd time lucky. So thank you so much for waiting for us and with us and being here tonight. You know, before I start, I should acknowledge there's a very, very special group of people around these tables. Some of my peers, CEOs of our partner organizations from around the world who have traveled across the waters just to be with you tonight. So if you are a CEO and a leader of any opportunity organization or a partner organization, please stand up so we can give you a big hand. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, the men and the women who stood up, they're frontline workers. They are the people who come face to face with our clients. And tonight, rather than tell you the story of opportunity, what I'd like to do is to tell you a story of a client I met. And this is a client, Millie, in Uganda. And if the slides are working, you'll start to see her. I met Millie she lives in a small village, in a small farm, about an hour and a half outside Kampala, Uganda. Millie's a smallholder farmer. She wasn't born on the farm. She didn't know how to work the farm. She inherited it. When her husband died, the working farm that he had became hers. Millie was a homemaker, a mother of 12. 12 mouths to feed, 12 kids to dress, 12 lives to bring up into this world and no skill at all. So the farm struggled. They barely could make ends meet. A few years go by. Millie meets up with an opportunity loan officer. Opportunity is a bank in Uganda. One of our loan officers comes across Millie, looks at her, looks at the farm, and decides that we need to make an investment, not only in Millie, but in the lives of her children. Gets a loan from Opportunity, buys seeds and fertilizer, doesn't know what to do with them. So Opportunity connects her with an agronomist who can actually teach her the skills that she needs to run the farm as a family business. Well, she's starting to grow more. How does she get more? You're a smallholder farm owner in a small village in Uganda, 3-hectare farm. When by the time you get, if you can, your crop to the marketplace, the people in the marketplace decide they want to give you what they want to give you, and you have no power in the marketplace. So Opportunity then connects Millie to a local cooperative where they're aggregating crop, and Millie by this time is actually growing a cash crop, coffee. Not only the crop that she's using to feed the family, but a cash crop, coffee. Other farmers get together in the cooperative. Opportunity gives a loan to the cooperative so they can transport those crops to the marketplace. I had the great privilege of visiting Millie on her farm. Bright blue dress, tall lady. Standing next to her was the Opportunity loan officer. And she proudly pointed out to me on her farm, and we walked around, and she said, these trees used to yield half of what they yield today. I was the only worker on the farm. Now she has a number of them. Takes me to her home, we sit down, her 12 children come. They're all grown now. They had 19 grandchildren. I had to sit and get to know each one of them. Very proudly. She had, from that farm, the loans she had got, the skills she had learned, the investments that she had made in herself, the pride and the joy of now being able to look at me and say, all my 12 children went to school. Her oldest, in fact, had gone to medical school and become a doctor. So Millie, like any other mom, before I left, she looks at me and she says, you know, I do have one request for you before you can leave. You're the big boss, you got to listen to me. So I said, well, okay, I knew what was coming. Well, I didn't. So she looks at me and she says, I have a complaint. You all invested in me, you got this farm to work, I sent my kids to school, my son's a doctor, he's not coming back to the farm. So what are you going to do about it? And what she really wanted was, she said, you now better give a loan to this guy so he can set up a clinic in the village, so he can work the clinic and live on the farm and help me bring up his children, right? So if you will, that was Millie's story, but that really in many, many ways is Opportunity's story. Our founder, Al Whitaker, met the first client we had, Carlos Moreno, 1971, 51 years back, or 50 years if we can skip a year, and gave Carlos a hand up precisely the same way that we have given a hand up to Millie today. Carlos got a loan, Carlos got business training, and Carlos got support. The three things that the illiterate and the unskilled people we meet and serve around the world, the people who've been left behind, the people who've been left out, the people who are lying battered and bruised on the side of the Jericho Road, all that they need to invest in themselves, to release the God-given gifts that they have and build better lives. So it started with Carlos, 1971. Today, last year we ended 19 million clients, over 50 years, 250 million lives around the world, one country to 30 countries, one client to last year 19 million clients, one loan of $68. Last year, our loans outstanding, the amount released just last year, was upwards of $3 billion. Along the way, opportunity realizes, well, the Carloses and the millions of the world don't just need loans, they actually need savings accounts more than they need loans. Because you have a little bit of money, you want to keep it safe somewhere. Well, we come up with the savings account concept, but nobody wants to open bank accounts where your average deposit size are $32 or $42. What does opportunity do? Let's form banks. So we started launching banks around the world so that the people we serve can have a safe place to deposit. Catastrophe strikes at home. You and I have insurance. The poor don't. What does opportunity do? Are we going to accept that reality? No. We register the world's first microinsurance agency right here in the city of Chicago and form and create and develop and launch microinsurance. About 12 years later into that program, 66 million policies later, we eventually sold MicroInsure, the entity, to an insurance company because we are not insurance. We are a humanitarian organization that exists to serve the poor, help them to build incomes, earn money, get better food and education, and live better lives. MicroInsure today is the world's largest microinsurance agency, upwards of 250 million policies, and we still are amongst their biggest clients. You start with one loan to one client along the way, and there are people in this room who actually were part of the journey of opportunity, realizing that no, it's better to give group loans. So instead of giving one loan to one client, you could give one loan to 10 women. And by the way, women make much better credit risk than men do. Now, please do not ask me why. I will have to recuse myself and all my brothers in the room from that answer. But it does, the trust group, and you'll hear from Professor Mohammed Yunus shortly, the trust group innovation alone allowed microfinance to scale around the world. You're earning more, you're feeding your children better, you've got a house over your roof. What next? Education next. We want our kids to be better educated. There aren't enough schools to educate children. So what does Opportunity do? Opportunity decides to start to fund schools. Last year we exited 12,000 schools and 8 million children around the world, some of the poorest people in the planet, $8 a month of affordable education to children who had never gone to school before. Smallholder farmers, the last bastion of, if you will, endemic poverty, people like Millie around the world. How do you change their lives? They need help where they are. They can't come to us. So we start to train thousands and thousands of model farmers to go out and reach their friends and their families, invest in them, and start to build better lives. Started with owning banks, setting up banks because there weren't any banks. About 7 years later, realized now there are thousands of banks, hundreds of banks, which are willing to extend to the poor. Why? Because we had proven that the poor are bankable. There is a fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. At that point, what does Opportunity do? Opportunity decides to exit owning and operating banks and partnering with banks. So that journey of going from being a single organization with one client, last year, 104 partners in 30 countries, 19 million clients, has been Opportunity's journey. I want to take you back to Millie, though. I can give you all the numbers, and I can explain what we have done. Tremendous innovation, relentless, trying to understand what the poor need and building solutions. But probably the best way to describe the journey out of poverty is to explain to you what happens when somebody who's earning 59 cents a day, $1 a day, $1.25 a day adds 25 cents, adds 50 cents, adds $1, adds $2. That journey is the journey of cooking on the ground with coal bricks to now cooking on a gas range. That journey is the journey of walking with bare feet to now owning a bicycle. By the time you come to about $7, you are owning motorized transport. That journey is the journey of a little boy with a number 2 lead pencil sitting at home with a little lamp to that same boy going to school. That journey is one of sleeping on the ground to now on a mattress and on a bed. And that was the journey that Millie had gone through. That is the journey that my family has gone through. You see that little number 2 lead pencil up there. And every time I see it, I choke. As I was growing up, from my age of 3 till I left high school, on the first day of the new school year, my parents would give me 1 box of 12 number 2 lead pencils. It had 2 erasers and 1 sharpener. That is the only gift that they could afford. And with that gift, I remember my mom used to give it to me, was a singular expectation, was a singular prayer that I would put that to good use and make something of myself. Those number 2 lead pencils and a mother's utter devotion to getting her children to make something of their lives is what gets me to stand here today. So as you sit here tonight and you look at opportunity, on your tables are colleagues, on your tables are my partners, on your tables are the Millies and the ATULs of the world. And as you think about what you might do for them, and if in your heart there is a place to see more Millies and more ATULs, and they're out there, we are committed to finding them. We are committed to building their better lives. We are committed to doing what we can for them. But we can only do it if you're with us. So here's to you. Here's to a wonderful evening. And here is to the next generation of the Millies and ATULs of the world. I give you back the evening and I give you back your time, but I'm going to take your heart with me. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Atul, not only for sharing Millie's story, but yours. I know everyone is touched, and your mother is proud. That number 2 pencil paid off in a big way. And now I know none of us will look at a number 2 pencil the same again, probably. Thank you again. So next we have 2 dignitaries coming to us virtually to share their insights about alleviating poverty. The first is Muhammad Yunus, a well-known economist who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for founding the Grameen Bank and pioneering the concept of microcredit. He will share about the origins of microfinance. He will be followed by I just gave him a doctor. He's not, but he's David Beasley, the Executive Director of the United Nations World Food Program, which is the world's largest humanitarian organization focused on hunger and food security.
Hello, I'm Muhammad Yunus. I'm speaking to you from Bangladesh, and on a very special occasion, 50th anniversary of Opportunity International. That's a great journey, 50 years of service to the humanity. So I'm very proud and very happy to join you on this occasion. And my journey began with giving tiny loans to poor people. And banks always explain to me that they can't do it because poor people are not creditworthy. So I raised the question whether banks should tell people that they are not creditworthy, or I should tell them, or people should be telling them that they are not people-worthy. So that was the struggle that I go through, how to make banking as people-worthy. so fundamental that I started talking about saying that credit should be taken as a human right. It's not a question of debating whether it's good, whether economically successful or not. It's a human right. We have to establish that. Then I added another piece, and this is a piece that I continue to do that very vigorously. I keep saying all human beings are born as entrepreneurs, and we are not able to unleash the capacity of the entrepreneurship in human beings unless we bring the financial services at the doorstep of those people. And that's very important because I say finance is the oxygen of entrepreneurship. If you don't bring that oxygen, people is half dead. They don't know what to do with themselves. They have no capacity to express themselves. So they look very dependent and asking for mercy from other people. I said, people are not born to seek mercy from anybody. People are self-complete. They have everything inside. They have tremendous capacity to do things and enormous creative energy inside of them. But something is missing in the whole system, finance. So this is something that's so fundamental that we want to do this so that everybody can unleash the creative energy that they have inside of them and change their own life. In the process of changing their own life, they change the whole world. And particularly in the context of the pandemic, when millions, even billions of people lost their jobs, lost their income, lost their food, this is very, very important intervention. So I would say that this is something that can be done in a sustainable way. It's not a charity program. We turn it around. We say this is a social business. Here, you don't want to make money out of the poor people, but you provide the service so that they can change their own life. So this is the direction. I hope we can continue doing this and making more and more people involved in Opportunity International. So I congratulate you, Opportunity International, for all the great service that you have provided. Thank you very much.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting me to join your gala. As you celebrate more than 50 years of lending to the world's poorest people and running innovative programs to help them escape poverty. I wish I could tell you that we are close to the finish line, but sadly, unfortunately, you know as well as I do that over the past 5 years, we have headed in the wrong direction when it comes to reducing hunger, poverty, and conflict. After a long run of real gains across the globe in reducing poverty from 1965 to 2015, for example, the wars in Ukraine, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan have wound the clock back, not only for those people living in these countries, but also their neighbors and now the global community. Supply chains have been broken, markets disrupted, regions destabilized. Opportunity International's work is absolutely critical as we fight back against rising rates of poverty, hunger, and despair, made worse by soaring global food prices and shrinking food supplies. Economic empowerment is critical to overcoming these challenges. In particular, we have to equip the smallholder farmer to feed their communities and countries and add to the global food supply while Ukrainian farmers are defending their country instead of planting in their fields. I've seen for myself the transformative role that microloans can play in boosting self-efficiency. And I know how critical it is to have innovative programs like Opportunity International Agricultural Finance to drive progress on ending hunger. I'm so impressed with how Opportunity meets the unique needs of smallholder farmers, from helping them manage cash flows to bringing digital training to remote locations so everyone can be served. You're truly going the extra mile to help people build a better future for themselves and their families. At WFP, we offer hope to people in their time of greatest need and make sure they get the aid they need to survive. But we depend on organizations like Opportunity International to support our efforts to help these people thrive. Empowering them with access to financial services, training, and support is a powerful way to put them on a pathway to a better life. So thank you for stepping up to be a part of the solution for some of the world's most vulnerable people. On behalf of all of us at WFP, we are proud to call you friends, and colleagues. Keep up the great work and enjoy your evening.
What wonderful insight from two of the world's greatest leaders in our sector. Next, I'm pleased to bring to the stage another great leader from right here at Opportunity International, Board Chair LeAnn Pope. After 30 years, hi LeAnn, I get to brag on you before you come up here. After 30 years as an attorney with the Chicago law firm Burke, Warren, McKay, and Saratella, LeAnn retired to pursue a Master of Theology degree from Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary at Northwestern University, which she completed in May of 2020. In addition to her deep commitment to opportunity, LeAnn works with Chicago Cred, a nonprofit dedicated to reducing gun violence, and she serves on the Board of Trustees of the Carthage College. Please welcome to the stage LeAnn Pope. I just want to point out, she's so tall and skinny. You see how she was able to get through there? I have to run around the back. But next year if I come back, I'm going to work on being able to squeeze through the chairs.
Oh, good evening. Before I get started, I would like to introduce you to an opportunity client, Micheline. She's a smallholder farmer and a mom. Listen to her story and look into her eyes.
Valeur ya mwasi koko uta wapi? Fallait ko soutenir mwasi. Bon, tango mwasi ba soutenir, c'est koko zala kapa. Aide nangeza, tango net na minute, papa na bango azate. Nga soki nazwi, fallait na renforcer minerva la bana. Tantôt ba 5,000, maman ba 5 biso boy, maman ba 5 frais techniques. Fallait na ça l'effort, frais techniques, ba msu $10 fana pesa. Mwana kozwati mwana abengani na école pour frais technique ezate donc ezalaka passe na passe ebanda kozanga bon tanto mpe ezate bolali po omoni eloko ezoboma biso mai soki eye tana eloko kozwa supu na na mbala liboso namona bato ya banki bazwa koluka bato ya bilanga nasombaki nini bavitamine tosomba kango na zikida tosombi vitamine tosombi graine ndeko nanga tumoko akenda kosomba graine moko soki eza na sachet me ya dongo kaka eza cher ngabi na osomba te po eza kaka même graine na oyo baoteka sombaki graine nasombi ngai nasalisi mosala na bandi koloni nabuki déjà première fois naozela siko deuxième fois bana ta babimi classe balandi ngai ya mikolo nde po 4 baotanga ya mikolo bakendaka midi baosunga mpe na mwa misala mike tozalaki na bango tolambi po bautaki na ntongo balandi ngai awa tolie ya midi mpe balie bake na bango epesi biso un plus po ya liboso ntango tolonaki toyebaki mpe ndenge ya kosalela te me mateya bapesi biso yango nde naaloba ebandi kopesa kimia po nano toke penza te.
Now, Micheline's story of being disrespected, feeling like she is not good enough, is all too familiar. While Micheline lives on the African continent, her experiences as a woman are not dissimilar to the experiences of women in this country. In fact, I bet many women in this room have their own story to tell about a time when they were made to feel just not good enough. Women's stories of being made to feel this way usually have a reason. Perhaps you were too smart, not smart enough. Perhaps you were too aggressive. Perhaps you were too timid. Perhaps your hair was too light or your skin was too dark. Sound familiar? Now, I've had a pretty successful legal career, but my story begins with rejection letters from every single law school I applied to. Let me take you back over 40 years. Refusing to give up on my dream of being a lawyer, I decided to arrange a meeting with one of the deans of those law schools that rejected me. I thought if I could just get a face-to-face meeting, I could convince that dean that I was, in fact, worthy. Well, I landed a meeting with the dean of the Marquette Law School. It was the summer of 1979, and it was hot. We met in the dean's office, his huge wooden desk separating us. Despite the sweat that was dripping down the back of my neck, I spoke with confidence, convincing him that I was worthy of a spot in his first-year class. The dean politely listened to my appeal, but when I was done, he said his decision was final. I was devastated. But before I left that meeting, I had one more question. I said, Dean, before I leave, I want you to tell me why you think I don't have what it takes to be a lawyer. And I leaned further on that wood desk, looking into his eyes. Give me the reason. He looked at me and he said, Leanne, you're just not star material. So, at that point, when I felt defeated, completely unworthy, I had that one thing that women growing up in extreme poverty do not have. I had a support system who gave me hope. What about women like Micheline, who we just saw? You heard her story. In her culture, women are not respected or valued. Young girls born into extreme poverty grow up without hope for a better future. But what happens when a young girl born into extreme poverty grows up with a mom who just happens to be an opportunity client? I'll tell you what happens. I met a young girl several years ago in India. I was traveling with 5 other friends from Opportunity, and we were there to visit the trust group and see the work firsthand on the ground. I'll never forget when we arrived, we pulled up to that small village. The women dressed in their beautiful Hindu garb, and their hospitality blew me away. We were asked to sit in small white chairs as we listened to these courageous women tell us about the bakery business they started because of the loan and the training they received from Opportunity. You could see the pride on their faces, and that's what hope does. But there was something about this meeting that I will never, ever forget. It wasn't the women in the trust group. It was a young girl, about 14 years old, standing behind her mom, who just happened to be the leader of the trust group. I'll never forget this. She had the most beautiful smile. She was standing behind her mom. She had her hand on her mom's arm just to make sure her mom was there. There was something about this girl. I needed to talk with her. I needed to hear her story. So when we got up and before we left, I looked right into her eyes and I said to her through an interpreter, do you also want to be a business owner when you grow up? She said, no, I want to be a doctor. And that's what it looks like when a young girl who is born to extreme poverty grows up with hope. Now, each one of you here tonight has the power to change the story for other girls like her and women like Micheline. You have the power to give hope. Be a waymaker. Say yes to making a way for too many families living in extreme poverty. For those of you who have already made a gift to the campaign, thank you. We have so many people in this room tonight who have been long-term supporters. faithful supporters. You have traveled this road with us. You understand the business. You understand that this is difficult work, that it is, yes, messy work. We thank you. But I'm asking you tonight to dig just a little deeper in your pocket and give another gift. For those of you who are new to opportunity, let me speak just to you. Yes, we need your financial contributions too, especially tonight. But equally important, we invite you to stay on this journey with us to end extreme poverty. You can be the power of hope. Oh, and one more thing. As we got up from our trip to that little village and we're saying goodbye to the trust group and that young girl with the most beautiful smile, I actually leaned out the window of the bus and I said to her, "You will be a doctor. You are star material." Now, before I invite my friend ERIN up here to begin the paddle raise, get limbered up, folks. I'm going to be going around tapping on your shoulder. I want to share one more very courageous and inspiring story of one of our clients. It's a Adwoa story, a cocoa farmer in Ghana. Listen to what she has to say.
Miyoba misiesie ohawa no kwan. Mana montuo siesie ohaw. Miyoba kukudro di abinsro hwe. Me de Adwoa nkonoma. Miye koko kuani a miwo Ghana achim odan. Miyoba kuani a mikun wu ntem. Na mra mikun wi ma wo ba boso miensa. Miwo manu. Kitwa pa no uzo no 3 months boso miensa. Nti bi kwa ahokyerem bebre ne ohaw mu. Mi ameda mitimida mani gi timi kasa. Nipa bi nso ebu me. Ma me ho atom. Juma no ayeye no. Ya hawo nyina ne sekitam bia se kensu tomaye. Sensu ni tode kokon na eni hawo. Isiko nsu anto a ena ma akate no ene anonom ne ba kokon nu. Me forso se me ye dwumadin na matimi ahwe me ma no makomanim. Eso me ya se aye ite na me ya papa nso me mpa ba. Ba opportunity bank mo. First sika o mo de ma me. 700 Ghana cedis. Na no me nyaaye no, me ko tuto 30 na me babo ase ni me begu so ene machine me babo yi na me de se sika no. Adwuma me de ye no no. Aye de ye ekoko no a ma puntun ma bam. Enipa ye o meeting no ye 8. Yeta hia bosome bia ye meeting. Ebusebusa ye ho kwan odwuma kuti sei. Ye wia de o ne sei kuo no. Ye frefre ye ho. Ebobo ye ho. Yetimi kọ baako afum ye nyina. Se bia na adwuma bi wo mu a, bia na wokura unhu ya obi betimi akyerew. Ana se nkrampa bi ko timi ko twama enwonko. Opportunity omo kire kwan a ukuta phone a betimi no wodi sa woso ni se pese wudi sika ato bangia eno no metimi da family phone so ya tum ama no fe ne kra no befo ka ko betimi to duane yedi ti aboa mi ameda mitimi da mani gi timi kasa nipa bi nso ebu me. Ma me ho ato me. Yenti ama me ti ekuo no mantem won se na me nuanom no mo wa ho kire ma no mo wa ho kire ti minum esusu ho no mo tiase na ma ti se ekuo mi wo mu no ma hu se ekuo ni ye mboa ai boa me nti na me pese o mo nso o mo ho to wo na me koy ndo mo koy nso ma hu se ahoto abo ma brabo. First pan kan na me hu opportunity for no na me tie bi wa 15 bars na me hu wo mo no a mo boa me no boa me nya 40 plus so me started say me turn by ren ka ho no aboa me ma me ma no bi matimi awi police to na sente bi so ko university ni ade bi wa country di aboa me se ma nya opportunity a ka me nyo bia ka me manso ka me nim na ka beto me ma mama bra bo be basa me yo ba kukudro di abi so hwe bi bo kwa to e ma da achefo me kwanchirefo.
Oh my goodness. How could you not love her? I am a lady problem solver. I am a brave woman. That is powerful language. Friends, my name is ERIN Williams, and I am your fundraising ambassador tonight. If we could get some house lights up, I want to see these beautiful people. I want to be able to look them in the eye. Thank you so much. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special mission. Our mission tonight is to enable real change for real people and to bring solutions where there are issues and to bring hope where there is none. And our mission is for the generations, because it's not just about Adwoa, but it's about her children and her children's children. Your gifts tonight have a generational impact. How far does the ripple effect go of one gift? At this time, you have some empowerment tools at your table, and they're paddles. And if you're joining us online, thank you so much for being here. We hope that you also participate in this special moment of giving. So if you would like to give here in the room, you're going to use your empowerment tool and raise your paddle. And giving online, you're going to just click a button. So before we begin, actually, I'm going to come down here because you know what? It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us. This is going to be an opportunity for us to see what community really means. So before I begin tonight with my first level of $25,000, I have some very exciting news that I received just before I took stage tonight. And that is that our friends at InvestNet Asset Management are kicking us off tonight with a gift of $75,000. InvestNet Asset Management Group, we know you're watching. Thank you so much for your partnership, for your commitment to ending generational poverty. Thank you so much for kicking us off tonight. That is very good news. Thank you so much. Now, our first level of giving tonight is $25,000. Tonight, your gift of $25,000 could enable education quality specialists to serve 25 schools in somewhere like the Dominican Republic. That is 6,250 children that will receive a quality education because of your gift. And we know that education is the best way to end generational poverty. So right now, at this time, if you would like to say, yes, I am committed, at $25,000, I would love to see your paddle in the air. My goodness, number 374, thank you for your gift. Number 416, thank you for your gift. Number 311, thank you so much for your gift. There is someone in Puerto Rico who has just texted in and said, please raise your paddle on my behalf. Number 398, I am committed at $25,000. Wow! Number 205, they're committed at 25,000. Number 206 says, yes, I am in at 25,000. Number 427, thank you so much for your gift. Thank you so much. Give these folks a round of applause. That is a way to start a paddle raise. I think there are a few waymakers in the room tonight. Thank you so much. Don't worry, I have more levels. It's only going to get more fun. My next level is $10,000. And your gift tonight of $10,000 could empower an entire community. Imagine, I'm from a very small town, an agriculture town. And your gift of $10,000 could empower an entire community of 50 farmers, just like you saw in the video. And this could provide our full suite of services and give the power of being in those groups, in those trust groups, and give them the tools they need to be able to negotiate prices, as Adwoa was mentioning, so that they can increase their income. Our Ag Finance Initiative is so key to our mission. So who would say, yes, I am committed at $10,000. I would love to see a paddle in the air. Number 105, thank you so much for your gift. Number 322, thank you so much. Number 292, thank you so much. Number 383, you can clap, that's okay. 447, thank you so much. Number 357, thank you. I see you all the way in the back, thank you. 278, thank you so much. Number 217, thank you so much for your gift. Number 299, thank you so much for your gift. Number 346, thank you so very much for your gift of $10,000. Thank you so much for being a waymaker. Wow. I can only imagine the lives. These are not dollars. These are lives that we are changing tonight. We are bringing hope where there is none. Thank you so much for your gift. Our next level, ladies and gentlemen, is $7,500. And your gift of $7,500 could bring 3 farmer support agents to a place like the Dominican, the Congo, and they will train 330 farmers, just like Micheline, who you heard her say herself, nobody serves people like me. And that really impacted me when I heard her say that statement, because she feels separate. There's a them and an us, and that's untrue, because there is only we. And so your gift of $7,500 could bridge that gap between us and them and create the we. So at $7,500, if you would like to bridge the gap, put your paddle in the air right now, and I would love to recognize you at $7,500. Is there anyone here? There might be someone online who's clicking that button right now. I see you, number 446. Thank you so very much for your gift, for bridging the gap. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you that we have a goal tonight of $500,000. Our goals are big. Our mission is big, and so must be our support. My next level is $5,000. And ladies and gentlemen, think of it this way. A gift of $5,000 tonight is just under $500 a month. Would you sacrifice just under $500 a month to be a waymaker? Your gift of $5,000 could enable a school in somewhere like Kenya to receive the financing and support to build classrooms to educate children. This is also the last level that you are qualified to join the Opportunities Board of Governors. This is a very special group of philanthropists. You have exclusive, access to exclusive events, and you receive lots of updates and things and opportunities to travel with the team. This is a very special level. Is there anyone who would say, I'm in at this level, of $5,000? I'd love to see a paddle in the air. I see you, number 303. Thank you. Number 144. Thank you so much. Number 388. Thank you. I see you back there. 425. Thank you so much. Number 141. Thank you so much. Number 163. Thank you. Number 288. Number 156. Number 349. Thank you so much. Number 451. Thank you. Number 272. Thank you so much. Number 321. Thank you. Number 436. Thank you so much. I don't want to miss you. Oh, he's just getting his picture. I already got him. You might be on a postcard. Oh, I love it. I really feel the generosity and the stir in this room. And so I hope that you're feeling it online too, and that you're participating and hitting that give button. My next level is $2,500. And your gift tonight of $2,500 could start a savings and loan program in a place like Colombia with 15 people just like Nyla, who many of you saw her story earlier today. That's the power of $2,500 right now. So let's see those empowerment tools in the air. Who would say, yes, I am here to change? Yes, that's right, 220, I see you. She was ready. I love it. Thank you so much. Number 440, thank you. Number 340, thank you so much. Number 312, thank you. I see you in the back. Number 203, thank you so very much. Number 192, thank you so very much. I see you in the back. Number 180, thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. You can clap. That's okay. It's Saturday. Wonderful. My next level, don't worry, it just gets more fun, I promise, is $1,000. $1,000 could help a family of 5 in Malawi emerge from ultra poverty. Our special program is tailored to help them become self-supporting. And really, that's our mission, is to not give a handout, but offer a hand up. So who would offer a hand up right now at $1,000? Thank you right here. Number 391, thank you so much. Number 408, thank you for your gift. Number 148, thank you for your gift. This is good. All right, you're going to have to help me. Number 295, thank you. Number 131, thank you. Number 366, thank you so much. Number 378, thank you. Number 353, thank you. Number 354, thank you. Number 449, thank you. Number 464, thank you. Number 131, thank you. Number 111, number 297, number 382, number 269, number 212, number 213, number 470. Don't worry, I have more air. I'm an auctioneer. Number 307, number 475, number 384, number 334, number 190, number 238, number 106, number 172, number 452. Thank you. Anyone else? Oh, I won't forget you. Number 275. Thank you so much for your gift. Give him a round of applause. I promise I won't run out of air. You can push me all you want. My next level is $500. And $500 could provide a farmer in Ghana, just like Adwoa, to receive a loan, training, and group support. And guess what? Here's the ripple effect. She started her own trust group in her own community, because she understood the power and she saw the impact of those groups. Your gift of $500 could help start that initiative. Let's see them. Let's run me out of air. $500. Let's see him. Number 460. Thank you so much. Number 457. Thank you. Number 410. Should we do it again? 401. Thank you. Number 104. Number 423. Numbers 301. Number 126. Number 181. Number 370. Number 399. Woo! Number 250, number 187, number 112, number 135, number 1316. Oh, I missed you. Hang on just a second. Number 316. Number 204. Okay, here we go. I'm back on beat. Number 207. Number 294. Anyone else? I don't want to miss you back here. You guys are in the fun zone back here, aren't you? Number 207. Don't know if I got him. Number 328. Thank you. Number 195. Thank you so much. Woohoo! We can celebrate. Absolutely. Guess what? There are no rules. You get to raise your paddle more than once. Because we have a goal tonight, right? Okay. My next level is $250. Your gift of $250 could give a struggling mother in India the tools to grow her small business. I loved that story, LEANN, and I loved that you hung your head out that bus and you said you will be a doctor. You will be a business owner. Whatever her dream was, you gave her permission to dream. And that's what your gifts are doing tonight. They're giving the ability and the permission for folks around the world that you may never meet to dream. Would you give $250 for the ability to dream right now? He said yes. Number 145, thank you so much. Number 455, thank you. Number 467, number 107, number 339, thank you. Oh, I'm going all the way to the back. Number 184, thank you. Number 153, thank you. Number 108, number 154, thank you. Number 120, thank you. Number 244, thank you. Number 232, thank you. Number 228, thank you. Number 227, thank you. Number 429, thank you. Number 415, thank you. Number 323, number 158, all the way in the back, thank you. All right, give them a round of applause. I have one more, and it's my favorite. And here's why. My last level this evening is $100. Now, here's why it's my favorite. Because it displays the power of community. Because there are about 400 of us in this room here together. Now, imagine the potential, the impact of what Opportunity International could do with 100% participation at this level. Even if you've already given. We have a goal tonight, right? And that would really get us very close to our goal. So I want to see 100% participation. I want to have to take a break at this level. At the $100 level, your gift could provide digital banking for a refugee. Imagine having to leave your home and start over. And having funds, but not being able to access them. Your gift of $100 could ensure that that refugee has access to the funds they do have. Power. Let's see those empowerment tools in the air for a gift of $100. I'm starting over here. Thank you so very much. Number 198, thank you. Number 248, thank you. Number 217, thank you. Number 295, thank you. Number 313, number 378, number 398. Don't worry, I'm going to come all the way around, so just wait on me. Number 368, thank you. Number 371, should we keep singing? Number 152, number 365, number 372. Look, he's holding up 3 paddles. I love it. Number 430, number 355, number 267, number 181, number 131, number 453, number 189, number 340, number 342, number 433, number 305, number 306, number 375, number 349, number 3438, woo, number 285, number 286, number 166, number 414, number 169, number 166, thank you. Number 387, number 231, number 122, 117, 196, 465, 277. Look at this table. This table is 100% participation. That's what I like to see. Number 469, number 122, I think I got you. Number 358, number 359, thank you so much. Number 180, 223, 236, 456, 384. Wow. I think we might reach our goal. What do you think? 235, number 243, number 188, 103, 163, 164, 238, 309, 251, 133, 357, 125, 257, 256, 327, 106, 143, 303, 339, 123, 124, 202, 462, 463, 452, 379. I got you. 303, 332, 330. Well, you can clap a little bit. 330, 322, 427, 341, 3. Look at this table. I love it. Thank you. 383, 416, 417, 389, 178, 191, 349, 174, 311, 193, 374. Thank you, Leanne. Anyone else? 192. I think I got you. 193. Anyone else? At the $100 level, give yourselves a round of applause. Wow. Wow, thank you all so very much for an incredible time of giving. We have really taken you on a journey this afternoon and this evening, and we just are so appreciative of your time and your commitment. Yes, ma'am. Hey, online family. They haven't been sleeping on us. Our online family, we're going to have to turn around and wave and give them a hand because they have raised $14,000, just them, tonight. So turn around. There's the camera. Give them a wave. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so very much. We wish you could be here in the room with us, but we thank you for your commitment to opportunity. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my time is almost up, but I do want to mention a couple more things. Now, here might be the best news yet. There is no checkout line tonight. There is no checkout line, but here's what's very important. At your table, there are these table tents, and you can check out right at your table. You can pay digitally by scanning our QR code. That's how you're going to check out tonight. Or you can fill out the information on the inside of the table tent and pay this way and give it to your table captain or any opportunity staff that's here. And if you have any questions, I'm sure that they would be happy. If you would like to pay in a different way and check out tonight in a different way, I'm sure that they will help you and make arrangements to get with you at a later time if you need to. But here's how there is no checkout line. Here's how we're checking out tonight. Yes, there are pins at your table also. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Erin Williams. I'm with Raising Paddles. I have enjoyed so much being a part of your evening. I love the mission of Opportunity International. I'm getting involved myself, so thank you so much.
How amazing was that? Come on. And how amazing was she? I bet she could get through the phone book like that. So thank you all for your generosity. That was very, very, and in case somebody was watching and said, "Mai didn't raise her paddle," Opportunity very generously offered to fly me in because I was out of state when they asked. Offered to put me in a hotel, drive me here, speaker fee. And I said, no, put all that back into the charity. And that's before I even saw how generous all of you guys were. So after seeing this generosity, Michael, ATUL, whoever, whenever you have an engagement, if I'm in Chicago or anywhere in the country, free of service, you can call me. I'm here. And any of your donors, you can see LEANN. She'll find me free of charge. So in a few minutes, we'll be back up here to share the total for the evening. So start guessing. Let's see how close you guys are. You know, because on WBBM Newsradio, they do that smart quiz. So get those brains working, see if you know what the total is going to be. Of course, we have the dessert and celebration that's coming up. But before that, we have two more extraordinary people, just like the rest of you, who will receive awards this evening. And to honor them, I'd like to bring back to the stage ATUL.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your gifts. Most of all, thank you for the gift of your presence. And there's one wish and one prayer I have, that when you leave here tonight, you will leave with hope in your hearts. That tonight, just by your being here, somewhere in the world, there's a Millie, there's a Abuja, there's an ATUL who will have a better life tomorrow. Now, I do want to tell you a story. I didn't finish my own story. I could fill the rest of the night. But before I bring up our two very special guests, I think I left you hanging. If you go back to that picture that was up there, and the first horizontal layer was about food and cooking. My grandmother used to cook on the ground with coal bricks. If you remember the next layer up, my mom cooked on a gas stove, and it actually pretty much looked like the one that you saw on the photograph. The march of human progress, my wife does not cook, I cook. So for all of the gifts that you're giving, you're actually getting more chefs in the house with the tools of the world. And hopefully Millie never has to cook again. So with that, I am very pleased to present two awards this night to two very special people, one very special organization and person, and another very good friend of mine. These two awards are to two people who have materially changed the shape of opportunity, and in partnership with opportunity, the lives of millions of people. The first one is especially close to me because it is to a bank. I'm a banker. Some of you will probably call me a grizzled Wall Street veteran, which I am one, and I'm proud. We did good work together. But this award is to a bank which has a very, very large heart, and you know that's rare to find in the world of high finance. The first Catalyst Award is to Credit Suisse, our biggest corporate partner over the last 14 years. So please give a hand to Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse, in partnership with Opportunity, has implemented a process where they have intentionally and deliberately linked the very top of the economic pyramid to the very bottom of the economic pyramid. Credit Suisse has supported Opportunity in many key initiatives. The first one actually was the development of our leadership when we needed future leadership. The second was the electronic wallet. How do you get people who are living on $1 a day access to real money? And how do you do that at scale? So the innovation of the electronic wallet. More recently, education finance. It is not enough simply for parents to earn more. How do you get intergenerational poverty stopped? By getting education into the hands of capacity building and competency building for their children. Today, Credit Suisse is the top corporate donor to education and has been a corporation at the very core of Opportunity's innovation for over 14 years. Not only that, their staff have, over this period of time, through their global citizenship program, contributed to our work in very material ways. In fact, if I look at LEANN, and LEANN's very proud of pointing out that we have a very clear 3-year business plan that we're very much on track of. In fact, the Waymaker campaign, the $100 million campaign that we're currently in the middle of, we're close to about $80 million. Your gifts tonight count towards that. That campaign came about as a result of that 3-year business process. That 3-year business plan was devised in complete partnership and with pro bono contributions from Credit Suisse financial analysts. So thank you so much for the many, many things and gifts that you have given. Together, we've impacted the lives of millions of people. So tonight, I really am proud and at the same time very humbled to present this award and to invite Laura HEMRIKA, the Global Head of Corporate Citizenship of Credit Suisse and the Managing Director of the Credit Suisse Foundation, up to the stage to accept the award. Laura. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you got it.
We'll do it again later.
Of course.
Try not to drop the award after you get it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, ATUL. Thank you, ATUL. Thank you, friends and colleagues at Opportunity International, for this incredible award. It is really my privilege to accept the award on behalf of Credit Suisse, the Credit Suisse Foundation, our Inclusive Finance, or our Financial Inclusion Initiative, and especially those employees that ATUL just mentioned, who believe very strongly in the work that is being done by Opportunity. The Catalyst Award is really a testament to our very deep partnership that has lasted nearly 15 years, as ATUL said, and through which we have been able to work with so many of you in this room and many more beyond this room as well. Together, anchored in the trust that exists between our two organizations, we've been able to dream big, to co-create innovative ideas, to make them a reality, and to scale them all the way to investment readiness in some cases, which is, for a bank like Credit Suisse, probably the biggest compliment. And throughout, we have been humbled and deeply impressed by how many lives you have touched through your programs. And we thank you for letting us be a small part of that journey. As a bank, we of course are keen to facilitate the flow of capital towards the important topics and of course the most tenacious challenges of our time. And we see financial inclusion as fundamental and a vital component of delivering on the Sustainable Development Goals, and of course on simply meeting basic needs and everyday needs for low-income families around the world. And this partnership, the work of Opportunity International, exemplifies how access to financial services can really transform lives. Innovation, Education, Finance, which we've had the pleasure of financing in the last phase of our most recent phase of our work together, has helped bring quality education to millions of young people around the world. And our next investment, which is going to be in the TVET pilot, is a new challenge, a new frontier, where we hope to be able to make a difference in bridging the gap, this time between education and employment. Not an easy one, but we do like a challenge. So we look forward to working on that together. Let me just take one moment to recognize the entrepreneurial spirit, the can-do attitude of the Opportunity team and of its leaders, and that have accompanied us throughout this journey and have been critical to its success. Let me recognize also your unwavering commitment to your clients every day, no matter how hard the times have been and how tough it has been throughout. And so I'd like to just wrap up with a special thank you. First of all, to Andrew McCusker. I see you, you're there. To you, to Nathan before you, to the entire education finance team for scaling the education finance work far beyond our goals that we set out initially. We're so impressed, and thank you so much for that hard work. To Simona out there, Simona Hedrick, there you are. You moved, you can't move on me. For your steady guidance, your support, your friendship throughout these many, many years. And to many others, there are so many in this room and beyond. There are board members, there are leaders like Tanae, where are you? There you are. And all of your peers. People like Megan Calcaterra, and of course, the indefatigable ATUL in helping us and helping people like me in engaging others, in engaging our employees, in engaging our clients, in events, in the volunteering work, in sharing and lending your expertise. All of these things matter to get the message out there of just how important this work is. And so we continue to stand in admiration of your work. We look forward to seeing what we can achieve together in the next phase of our work. And we thank you for your partnership. We thank you for this honor. And here's to another 50 years of opportunity.
Thank you, Laura. Laura flew in for this evening from Zurich. And more than that, over the many, many, many years that we have partnered with the Credit Suisse, Laura's been on the forefront of that partnership. And we thank you, Laura, for not only the enterprise that you represent the bank, but who you are. You've become close to our hearts, and really we feel part of our family. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. The next award is, and the final close of the evening, is a very, very special award to a very, very special person. It is the Luminary Award, which goes this evening to Ted Mosher. Looking around this amazing venue, tribute to human ingenuity, I'm struck by how some individuals are driven to create, to build, to innovate, and to do that relentlessly. We call them, we have a name for those individuals. They're the true Renaissance men and women. There are a very few in every age. Ted is one of those Renaissance men. Starting pretty much from the founding of Opportunity, 40 plus years, Ted has been present in Opportunity's journey, in Opportunity's family, in many, many, many different ways. When we needed somebody to carry bags, he carried bags when he was still, at Wheaton. When we needed somebody to fill ledgers, he filled ledgers. When we needed somebody to give loans, he gave loans. When we didn't have money to fund staff, he became a pro bono staff member. When we decided that he wasn't fit enough to be the staff member, he stayed on as a volunteer. So, but in those capacities, in all over the 40 years, Ted has had this tremendous dedication to serve the poor and do that in partnership with Opportunity. Staff member, program officer, finance officer, fundraising, marketing, strategy, product design, governance, speaking on behalf of Opportunity, collecting people, representing us in conferences and in various media. He's been at the forefront. Who we are today, in many, many ways, is because of Ted and many others like him. He continues in his professional work at Profit, a firm that he founded, to help today's firms, especially technology sector, to continue to innovate and transform the world around them. But even in that business of running a global consulting firm, he still finds time for Opportunity. And I still remember I had asked Ted to come and talk to our fundraising team, and we were debating a strategic, a brand issue that we couldn't quite settle. This was about 2 years into my time at Opportunity. And Ted promised he'll come in person for the meeting. And the meeting was in the early morning. So and Ted walks in on time. I said, "How did you get here? I just spoke to you last night. You were in the Bay Area." Well, he had taken an overnight flight to attend a 90-minute meeting. This is in all the pre-Zoom days when we thought that meetings were important, by the way. So he had taken an overnight flight, not slept, drove in from O'Hare to the meeting place, 90 minutes, drove back and went back so he could make a client presentation that evening. That is Ted Mosier for you. So for all that Ted has done over all these years, and done that with a smile on his face, always a warm welcome for Opportunity staff members, a big heart, and always a big hug for me. This very special award, Ted, please come on up and accept the Luminary Award from all of us at Opportunity.
Appreciate it.
Of course, of course.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks so much, ATUL, our leader, collaborator, friend. Really appreciate it. As I know with many of you, Opportunity is my true vocation. I mean, I have a way of sort of paying the bills, but Opportunity has much more lasting value. And as a result, the award is of deep meaning. Share it with all of you. I see so many faces who are inspirations, who are co-workers with me, who are sources of my own personal growth, that singling out any one person really doesn't reflect what we're all about, but I accept it on behalf of everybody here. I've always tried to add value at Opportunity by being future-oriented, but if you do that for enough years, they come to think of you as a historian. And so trying to bridge those contradictions, I thought tonight I'd quickly just mention 3 things that make me really excited about where we're headed in the next 50 years, because I think they are things that we can do more than carry forward. I think they're things that we can do to catapult forward, to do so much better than we've done so far and have so much more impact. I'll start, even before I get to those 3 things, just by saying we have such a head start. I didn't actually join Opportunity at the beginning. I joined about 11 or 12 years in. Opportunity, in some ways, had spent the first 10 years experimenting. And so when I joined in 83 or so, we were making 30 loans a year. So imagine 12 years from now, we've got 19 million clients today. And we're excited about the next 50 years. Imagining starting at 19 million and really kicking in for the next 5 decades. I think it's going to be amazing to sit here 50 years from now and think about the impact we've had. 1 billion people is in no way an unrealistic expectation. I think the question is, how quickly can we get to 1 billion people between now and 50 years? The 3 things that excite me, first of all, are thinking of Opportunity as a movement, as a network that transcends an organization. Clearly, we need an organization with the amazing staff, with the amazing governance. But if we think of just a network of collaborators who are talented, hardworking, won't take no for an answer when it comes to fighting poverty, we have an incredible network that's global. And it's not just of our donors. Those characteristics are true of our clients as well. And I think with technology, when I look at what platforms are doing to connect people in creative and amazing ways, we can go beyond the network, the kind of movement that we've had, and turn it into a real powerhouse. It's a global powerhouse, linking our clients, our donors, our support partners, our service partners. I think it'll be something to behold if we play our cards right. A second thing that really excites me is our innovation DNA. You've all seen the examples of ag finance, of edu-finance, of lending, of savings, of insurance. It's amazing when we count our numbers that we skip that 250 million micro-insurance clients that are out there because of the agency that we started. So when ATUL tells you 250 million people, it's closer to 500 million people when you account the company that we really founded and incubated and set off. But I don't think our innovation's done. I'd love to see us have clean finance, clean energy finance, basic healthcare finance. We've talked a lot about extreme poverty finance. We have a ways to go to innovate there. And there's so many ways in the world available to us now to tap into innovation, global innovation, where people are taking new ideas and getting them to market. Cell phones are coming down in price. The world will have an app economy for the poor sometime in the future, and we might have a great role to play in that. The third and final thing that I think is a catapult for us is what Martha Graham, the renowned dancer, called blessed unrest. She also called it divine dissatisfaction. And that's our sense that God really is upset at injustice, and that in our best moments, we feel what he feels. And the reason why I think it's a catapult for us is not that God's going to get more angry at injustice over the next 50 years, but I think we've begun to think about working with our donors as a service rather than just as a fundraising activity. We're now doing trust groups in the United States where groups of friends and families in common areas can actually meet together and go on journeys of growth, dealing with materialism, helping their kids figure out what to do with wealth, and raising the global awareness of everyone in that family. And I think our ability to view our donors as recipients of our program, not just as us being recipients of their support, will again harbor a really great future for us as we get richer and richer in how we think about building this opportunity community. So I hope that as we end this evening full of gratefulness, we'll wake up tomorrow morning with plenty of that blessed unrest to get going on the next 50 years. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you so much. You just reminded me, we were in the last couple of days, we've been having a group of us meet to talk about the future of opportunity, the digital future of opportunity. And our board member, Greg Nelson, he's here, he's been shepherding these meetings. And he ended the meeting with a very curious question. He said, Atul, what would it look like, opportunity would look like, if you could serve a client at a penny a day? And that's a very challenging question for a banker who grew up in a world where, when I started my career, serving a retail client in a poor country like India, where I started my career with Citibank, was about, if I could put it in current dollars, was about $265 a year, right? $1 a day is what it used to cost. In the US, Citi's, those operations in the 90s and the 2000s, the cost for a client, if you will, service was about $56 a day. If we could, and I think we will, get to a point that we can serve a client's full service banking needs for a penny a day, getting to 1 billion clients is a no-brainer, Ted Mosher. So we will get there. We will get there. And when we get there, I want to, the vision in your minds and the vision in my mind, when we get to that day, there are about 700 million people left on the planet who go to bed hungry every day. They do not have the earning capacity to earn enough to purchase the food necessary to feed themselves and their families. That's a literal definition, if you will, of extreme poverty. 700 million people. Likely this year, they'll probably increase in number because of the wars and now the increase in food prices that's going on. At a penny a day of service, full service banking, training and support, when that day happens, that same day extreme poverty will end. And we can all clap and feel good about that. But I want to leave you with a vision and a picture and a hope in your hearts. When that day the sun sets, it will be the first time in human history that every living human being on the planet would have gone to bed on a full stomach. The first time. The next day when the sun rises will be the first time that every human being will wake up to a day of purposeful work, to a day of good education, of a decent home, food, and good health. That day, friends, is going to happen in our lifetimes. And it is that day that opportunity is committing itself to achieve, and that is what you have tonight committed yourselves to joining us on the journey for. So more than anything else, I want to thank you for that. So thank you so much, and before I let you all go, and that day dawns, I do have to bring my back up, and I have one question. How did we do?
How do you think we did? I'm not even going to I'm going to let you say the number, but they've been counting online and everything else.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Leanne challenged us to be bold, to get involved, to make a way for clients like Adwoa and Micheline and thousands of others. Friends, you are all waymakers tonight. And you've proven that. I'm not going to say this number. I'm going to let ATUL do it because a lot of this is, yes, it's your vision.
We have committed to raise $508,000 tonight. Thank you so much. Please give yourselves a big hand. Thank you.